Hello everyone. Now today we will discuss about ionic bond. So what is an ionic bond? Ionic bond may be defined as the electrostatic force of attraction holding the oppositely charged ions. So an ionic bond is a bond in which two oppositely charged ions are holded together or attracted together by the electrostatic force of attraction. In simpler words, we can say in ionic bond, the oppositely charged ions, they are bonded together, right? So basically, for understanding how the ionic bond is formed, let us discuss the formation of sodium chloride. So in sodium chloride, we know there is a involvement of two atoms, that is of sodium and chlorine. So we know that sodium is an atom of a metal, so it's a metal, and chlorine is the metal which is non-metallic. It's an atom which is non-metallic, or it's a non-metal in nature. So one more property of ionic bond which is very important is the ionic bond is always formed between a metal and a non-metal, right? Now let us see why this is happening. We very well know metals have the tendency to lose electron and non-metals have the tendency to gain electrons. And why this loss and gain is happening? Because they want to achieve the noble gas configuration, or you can say they want to complete their octet. Now let us write the external electronic configuration of sodium and chlorine. So not only external, let us write the complete electronic configuration. So for sodium it is 281 and for chlorine it is 287. So both of these atoms, they want to complete their octet and get stabilized. So in trying to get the stability, what happens is, let me draw the Lewis symbol. So this is for sodium. This one valence electron I have drawn in the form of a dot, and this representation is called as Lewis symbol. And for chlorine, there are 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So let us represent the electrons of chlorine with cross so that you can identify between the electrons of chlorine and sodium. So basically, this is the valence electron of sodium and these 7 are the valence electron of chlorine. So chlorine wants to complete the octet, sodium also wants to complete the octet. So in this requirement of completing the octet, what happens is, this sodium, it gives away this electron to chlorine, and what happens is sodium changes to a cation, that is Na plus, and chlorine changes to an anion, that is Cl minus. Because we very well know when atoms they lose electron, they acquire positive charge equal to the number of electrons lost. Means if 1 electron is lost, we will write 1 plus. If 2 are lost, we will write 2 plus. If 3 are lost, we will write 3 plus. So maximum 3 can be lost. Similarly, if any non-metal is gaining 1 electron, we write 1 minus. If it gains 2 electrons, 2 minus, and so on till 3. Right? So we can see that atoms of sodium and chlorine have changed to ions of sodium and chloride, isn't it? Now they are the oppositely charged ions and they will be attracted towards by the what? Electrostatic force of attraction. And this electrostatic force of attraction is going to hold these oppositely charged ions, and you will be getting a compound which is called as NaCl, right? So you may write it as Na plus Cl minus, and which is normally represented as NaCl molecule only. Okay, or if you wish, you may combine these two symbols and can write like this also, that Na after giving this one electron to chlorine has changed to Na plus, and simultaneously what has happened is the chlorine you write in a square bracket and you represent all the electrons, because chlorine is having the external octet. So these blue cross electrons are of chlorine, and the one electron which it has received from sodium I am writing in the form of pink dot. So this electron has come from, the pink one has come from sodium, and due to accepting or taking this one electron from sodium, chlorine will have 1 minus charge. So this is how you can represent, or like this or like this. Now see, we should note down certain more important points, and they are, it may be noted that the number of electrons which an atom loses or gains while forming an ionic bond is called as its electrovalency. So what is it? The number of electrons which an atom loses or gains. So sodium has lost one electron and chlorine has gained one electron. So what is written here? The number of electron which any atom loses or gains while forming ionic bond is called electrovalency. So the electrovalency of sodium is 1 and chlorine is also 1. So this is 1 electron lost and this is 1 electron gained, right? One more thing, the atom which loses electron and makes a positive ion, this is one situation you have seen, and the other you have seen as atom which gains electron and forms a negative ion. These two situations you have seen, right? Now note down, the atom which loses an electron and forms a positive ion is called as electropositive atom. What I said, an atom which loses electron to form a positive ion is called electropositive atom, and an atom which gains electrons to make a negative ion is called as electronegative atom, right? So basically, one more thing has to be noted down. The plus sign is when put before the lost electron, and if the minus sign is put before this electron which is gained by the chlorine, then this plus 1 and minus 1 will tell the electrovalency of sodium and chlorine. So in short we may say that electrovalency is actually equal to the unit charge on the ion. So what I said, electrovalency is equal to the unit charge on ion. So on sodium, electrovalency is +1, and chlorine it is -1. And later on, this is only called as oxidation state. So if you have any confusions in oxidation state and valency, simple word valency, oxidation state, then you refer to my previous video which was made on these two topics. And electrovalency is actually represented like this. So I hope the ionic bond is clear, along with the electropositivity and electronegativity, right? So electropositivity is a property of metals. Why we can say that? Because metals only they lose electron, and electronegativity is the property of non-metals. Why? Because non-metals only they gain electrons. So this was all about ionic bond. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you for watching.